What's up, everybody, and welcome to What the Funcast, episode 50. Ahmed, are you there?
I am there. I'm here.
It's not loading.
What's not loading?
It's not live
What
on
do
the
you mean
YouTube
it's
video.
not live? I promise it's live. It's just that there's a little delay. Don't be
Oh, there's a little delay. Oh, that's fine. All right, welcome to What the Funcast, episode 50, the first ever live streamed edition. I can't see myself, so this is kind of unnerving, but that's okay.
You look great.
How long of a delay is there? Oh, there it is. And there, it's going to be me sitting there for
You're
5
like,
straight minutes. That's fine.
I can't see myself, you fool.
Anyway, Ahmed was the one that was all nervous. It was actually me. I forgot y'all can see me, so I'm going to sit here blankly staring off into space. Anyways, this is What the Funcast, episode 50. We've been talking about this forever. I'm one of your hosts, Paul. This is our first ever live episode. We've got Ahmed, we've got Logan, and we're coming to you with all of the E3 predictions you've been yearning to see and listen to. See for the first time. So anyway, now that I've introduced you both, how are y'all doing? Logan, let's start with you. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Of course. This feels like Ellen DeGeneres. Thanks for
I know,
having me.
right? Come on down.
That's Price is Right. Get it together. Come on.
Oh, anyways, as I'm watching myself and like the blur, so there's this blur feature on Skype, right? And I'm putting my hands in the air, and Skype's like, what if I blurred your hands?
What if? Consider this. I blurred your hands. Yeah, this is exciting. I don't know. I've been freaking out, but now that we started, it's cool. Everything. I guess I was more freaked out about the technical aspect of this all working. As you can see, it's a little ghetto-ish with Skype on the left side, and you can like see the logo. Whatever. It's the best we could do.
It's fine. It's not easy. Yeah. We're in 3 different states, very far away from each other. So this is as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, this is so exciting. Wow. We did it, folks. To everyone that's watching, I hope anyone's watching. I hope someone's watching.
Yeah, I keep looking over. I keep looking over.
Chat. Hello. Oh,
who's in the chat?
I feel like we're a streamer. I don't know.
Where's the chat? I don't even see the chat. Anyways, whatever.
Yeah,
it's
fine. Are you
fine.
logged in as What the Funcast on YouTube?
Oh, probably not, because I'm a fool.
Wow, boo-boo.
Anyways, I'll do that as we continue talking.
The chat's on the
so
right there.
Let's jump right into it, and we always start with what we've been playing and doing. Obviously, it's E3 week. It's an exciting time to be. Oh, great! I'm glad it's coming out of my volume. Hold on one second.
What's coming out of your volume? I can't hear
Nothing. I have my iPad here. It's so. Welcome to the first 3 episodes of Technical Difficulties, hosted by me and caused by me. So, what have y'all been playing? I know. What have you been watching, playing? I got a lot to talk about. Not really, but. Let's start with you, Logan, or Ahmed. Ahmed, you can start. Ahmed, tell us about all the games you've been playing.
None. I actually haven't played a game in a while. I've been watching. I watched Always Be My Maybe last night. That Netflix.
Oh, how
movie.
was it?
It was really good. I liked it a lot. I was like genuinely crying laughing.
What's the movie?
Always Be My Maybe. It's starring Ali Wong, the comedian. She has like a few Netflix stand-up specials. And she's in this movie. It's her and like Keanu Reeves and Randall Park, and it's super funny. It's a rom-com, but I loved it. I was like literally crying laughing at the Keanu Reeves scenes.
Poor Keanu Reeves. When will he get a break?
It was so funny. He was so good in it. Please watch it.
No, I want to. So it was. I mean, it looks interesting. So I definitely would want to try it.
Really, really good. Would recommend. I also saw. I didn't actually get to see Ma. I saw Godzilla. That was after.
Oh, that was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't too hot. It was.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. So I thought it was going to be good, and then I didn't see the review, so I was egging you on. I don't remember if I was egging you on to go or not, but then I looked at the reviews and I was like, that looks really bad.
Yeah,
anyways,
like, don't go. Come home and play Overwatch with me, and I was like, I'm gonna go. And then
you went and you didn't play Overwatch with me. You're a jerk. You're a bully.
Jerk. That's me. It was for a movie called Godzilla King of Monsters. There's very little Godzilla and monsters.
Isn't that just like the other Godzilla movie? Wasn't it like the same? There's no Godzilla.
I think like the first, so the one that this is a sequel to, like the major issue with it was that there was no Godzilla, and they never fixed that. So very exciling.
I just remember it had Bryan Cranston in it, and that was supposed to be huge, and then it was bad.
Yeah, they have 11 from Stranger Things. Millie Bobby
Brown.
Brown.
Did they? Oh, that's right. Millie Bobby Brown. Look at her making waves.
Right. She's I mean, she's the best part of the human characters, but besides that, I'm like, I could not care less about your nonsense. Like, please show me Godzilla fighting a monster.
I can't believe that there wasn't that much of that in there. That's very disappointing.
There was, and I don't know, like, it wasn't non-existent, but it was whatever. It's fine. We can move on.
That's
It was
disappointing.
disappointing. I saw Aladdin again. I didn't see Ma. I didn't get a chance to see Ma, but Aladdin again was fun. I saw it with the family.
Fake.
It's fine. Ma hasn't been
You
getting
think
good
you know
reviews
somebody
yet.
sometimes, but you're really just fake. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyways, Logan,
Let's
what
go
have you
right
been
now.
playing? What have you been doing?
Logan's going to have 100 games. He's going to be like, where do I begin? Do you want me to start from A to Z or from Z to A?
I've played every HTC Vive VR game in existence.
I haven't
No.
played any Vive game. I've been playing some PlayStation VR though. Trover Saves the Universe and
My nephew's
what's
been
that other
playing
game?
that, and he says it's incredible.
It's interesting. I don't think it's like great. It didn't blow me away the first time I played it, but yeah, I mean it's funny. It's if you played accounting, then you kind of know what to expect. I think a little bit, but it's
That's
kind of way. It's way different than that actually, though, because it's like a platformer. You don't even have to have VR to play it. So
That's right. It just has a VR mode, right?
Yeah, well, the whole game can just play it in VR, and you just have a perspective, like a third-person perspective.
Gotcha.
Similar, I guess, a little bit to Astrobot, but not completely. It's way different than that.
Yeah, my nephew's been playing it, and he let me watch for a little bit, and he was talking about, or he was saying it's the same creator of Rick and Morty and the same like voice actor and everything, and so it's like ridiculously funny. It seemed pretty cute.
When you boot it up, you have the option. There's like a filter. It's like, oh, this is going to be super inappropriate. Do you want to turn this filter on or no? And then just talking the language and
Does
stuff.
it like just bleep out things?
I didn't turn it on, so I don't know what it does.
God damn it, Logan. How are you going to bring us the news without bringing us the news?
Wow.
Yeah. The other game, what's the Truth and Blood VR?
Oh yeah, how is that?
I didn't realize you ended up buying that.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it at Walmart anyway.
A liar and a scam.
And a
Actually,
thief.
it is. And a thief.
It's also just like okay. I don't think it's
Really? Come on.
I've heard so many
I
rave
was-
reviews about it. I've seen like all over
I
Reddit
know.
people are like, I feel like a real action hero. And now they're telling me.
First off,
That's a
I don't
lie.
have any idea what's going on in the story, like at all. Like I know, like I'm shooting people and stuff, and like you don't actually run; you teleport in between locations, so you
Oh,
don't get
okay.
sick or anything.
That's good.
So that's good. But I don't know. I mean, it just seems okay. I don't.
I'll be honest with you. That's so disappointing because I really want to try this game. And I'm like, I know that as soon as I buy it, it's going to be like on sale for $5 somewhere. So
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. How much is it now?
I-
40.
Yeah.
It's
40 or
$32.
at Walmart.
Yeah, $32.84 at Walmart.
I think it'll get cheap really fast. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
doesn't seem.
I'll wait.
I know it's getting really good reviews, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll play it one day.
that's all. Play
Uh,
Astrobot too.
Yeah,
That game is excellent if you want an excellent game.
Logan, you are.
Yeah,
a man
Astrobot.
from Kentucky.
Oh no.
It's fine.
There is
It's okay.
so much shit. No, stuff is leaking. There's another game that
What?
just leaked.
What happened?
The George R.R. Martin From Software game just leaked.
No
That's a thing
way.
that's happening? I didn't
Elden
realize.
Ring.
Is it in any way related to Game of Thrones? Or is it just...
The
I
internet
don't
just
think so.
stopped. Where's this at? I don't see it on Twitter.
Wario64 just tweeted it out.
Oh,
Anyways,
updates,
let's
folks.
not get detracted by that. It's E3 week. Everything's leaking. What else have you been playing, Logan?
Some Game Pass games. Void Bastard.
Bless you. Bless
Oh,
you.
excuse me. Thank you. Thank you.
Void Bastards. You were talking about that in our little group chat. What is that about? I didn't even look into it even a little bit.
So basically, you start off and you're on this ship, and then you land on these different little space terminal ship things or something, and you go through, and there's like people that try to kill you, and then you try to get different pieces to improve yourself, and then you just keep going. You try to get to the center. Eventually, you'll die, and then you come back as somebody else. You keep all your upgrades. It's really neat. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I now that you mention that, I do remember actually looking it up. So I was curious what it is, but I mean it's free on Game Pass, so I have no excuse not to try it. Except for that, I don't want to. Maybe I don't know. I'll try it.
You should try it. It's really good, surprisingly.
Yeah, why not?
and Outer Wilds as well. I played that. I didn't like that, but a lot of people seem to like it.
What is Outer Wilds again? I'm sorry. You have to explain all of these to me. Please tell me.
I don't exactly know how to explain it. It's a little bit like No Man's Sky minus all of the like mining, I guess, or whatever you do in that game.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just gonna stop. It's really weird.
Sure.
You did a great job, honey. You keep doing it. You go, boo boo.
Yeah. Yep.
Ridiculous.
There are really good reviews on that though. So.
Yeah. I was gonna say sorry for Logan's lagging. Logan always brags about his gigabit internet, and here he is cutting in and out. But
when it's go time, it can't perform.
Unbelievable.
How much am I lagging? Is it bad?
You kind of sound like this.
It comes and goes. Like sometimes, like right now, you're fine, and then you'll be talking, and then it'll be like Outer Wilds was, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a great game.
For whatever reason, I think this room doesn't get good signal. I don't know.
It just doesn't get gigabit.
That Google Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm. Paul, what?
All right, I guess it's my turn, huh? What have I been playing? Absolutely nothing. I really don't think I played anything.
You were just talking about all these games that you played. Were you not, or were you just egging on Logan?
No, what games did I play? No, I didn't. I seriously, I don't think I played anything. No, what I did do though is we finally finished Game of Thrones. So.
Oh, you actually finished it.
We are done. We're big done. That's it. It's over.
I just want to hear your reaction.
I'm fine with the ending. I don't know. I mean, I have some reservations about like the last 2 episodes and like the things that happened, but the problem is, without even spoiling anything, is there's a certain way that Game of Thrones is shot throughout the entire 7 seasons, and everything is very prolonged. And it's like, here's Logan. He's walking across a field. We're going to keep this shot like this until Logan is across that entire field. We're not going to move until he's on the other side of the field. Whereas in the 8th season, everything was like, it was what I feared Avengers would be when they first came out with like Avengers 1, where there were these there would be jump cuts, and it's like, okay, you've got Hulk fighting this guy and Cap fighting this guy, and it's jump. So that's how it was. So a lot of the fight scenes that built up all season were very much like that, where it's like, okay, jump, and then it's like, what if we kind of turn the plot on its head? And they did, but it was like in 2 episodes, and I'm like, okay. So anyways, all of season 8 was shot like a movie, which was fine. I enjoyed the fight scenes, but had I waited 2 years for this season, I'd be just as pissed as everyone else. So since we were able to watch it from like start to finish, not really start to finish, but we were able to watch it right through. We had no waiting at all to see any of these shows. The only waiting was caused by us. So yeah. It was good. The way it ended, like at the end of like the actual ending, I'm fine with. At first I was kind of like, okay, there's a lot of questions that still went unanswered, but overall it wasn't terrible. I mean, it's a very heavy investment.
Is it worth it for me to watch it at this point?
I mean, it's good. There's times like there's the one thing I will give Game of Thrones is that there's a lot of buildup, and then a lot of like, oh my God, that character's finally dead, or that character is like you get that sense of like, where here you go, like in Winter Soldier, where you've got Bucky, right? Bucky is this like crazy villain where it's like, oh my God, I don't know how they're gonna beat him, kind of thing. Like, you get that a lot. In some of the earlier seasons, and then like something ridiculous will happen and whatever, all these ridiculous things happen in Game of Thrones. But I don't know, I think that Bucky was a much stronger villain than most of the villains in Game of Thrones, but that's not the point.
I wouldn't even say Bucky's a villain. I feel like Bucky was, I mean, he is technically the villain, but like, because he's not like so explicitly a villain, like because there's so much history there, that's what made him interesting. We could talk about that forever.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to go there. But what I meant was, like, I remember in Winter Soldier when they first showed Bucky, it was like, ooh, this guy's, like, really strong. He's beating the shit out of Cap. And then, whatever. And it's like, how are they going to win kind of thing. I guess that's more like Thanos. But that's fine. Whatever. Would I recommend it? It's good. I would not recommend it. If you're going to invest 8 seasons worth of TV material, though, I think that's a pretty heavy investment to make to this show. And it's really good. and I'm sure they'll eventually spin off a number of additional TV shows or movies or something. So I'm sure it'll be worth it. But in the end, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it ended the way it could have ended. Like, it could have ended a number of ways, obviously, much like anything else. But I think it was fine. But would I invest 8 seasons in it again? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of TV to catch up on. I want to watch Dead to Me. It's a Netflix original. There's Handmaid's Tale. I want to start.
Handmaid's Tale is another one. Handmaid's Tale is I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I thought it was like, I thought it was very vile in the sense of just the whole. I mean, I know where it's going, and I think that it's got a very strong plot line, but there were just some scenes where I was like, holy shit, this is too hard to watch. Like, it's just very.
I've heard that it's like extremely depressing, so I'm like, that's why I've kind of been holding off on it all this time, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to. That's the mood.
Lauren's caught up, and they just released new episodes, so she's been wanting to watch the new episodes. They just came out the other day, so. But yeah, I think a few of our friends have watched Handmaid's Tale.
I'm sure they have. But yeah, there's just so much TV, so much things to watch, but not enough time to watch them. Anyways.
Yeah, so no, I would not suggest, if you're going to invest 8 seasons worth of time, go watch Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad 1,000 times better to watch than Game of Thrones.
5 seasons?
Exactly. So you'll get time back. So you can watch 2 different seasons, 2 different series, I mean.
Perfect. Oh my goodness.
So, I like these little emojis that you put on episode 50, by the way. I meant put like a little celebration emojis around episode 50. This is our 50th episode.
Yeah.
In case you haven't been listening this whole time.
In case you can't read the literal.
In case you're just joining, which I'm going to tweet again real quick and be like, we're live.
By the way, Paul, I was listening last week, and you hadn't seen Santa Clarita Diet.
No, Logan, I haven't. Are you going to roast me on that too?
He should.
It's fantastic. I mean, it got canceled, so it was fantastic, though.
Yeah, exactly. It must have not been very good if it got canceled.
Oh my God. Your wife, her name. Don't tell me her name. I know it. Wait. Oh my God. Jessica.
All right, stop embarrassing
yourself.
Yep. Yeah.
Jessica. I remember me and Jess were talking about it, about Santa Clarita Diet. That's fine. Yeah. That's why I was surprised that you hadn't even heard of it before, because we were talking about it and you were there. Anyways, speaking of time wasted watching shows, I think we have just a few minutes to go. Not 2 minutes. We have like 40 minutes to go through a lot of content, so we should jump right through it, or right into it. I guess we can start off with the hot toppies of the gaming world, of which there are only a few, because a lot of this new stuff will fall under the E3 category, which we'll go into in a few minutes. So let's start with Stadia Connect. Very exciting. Google did a little pre-E3 thing before everyone else and gave a few more details about Stadia than we had already known. I can't speak. So I'm reading off my laptop. Oh wow! Thanks, Google. He heard.
Who was like, Google. Everyone better silence their phones immediately?
No,
you. Who messed up? You.
I said Google, and it picked up me talking. Anyways, so sorry,
Alexa,
I'm looking to the
tell
side
Ahmed
here.
to shut up.
Shut up. Is she gonna do it? No, I didn't think so. She respects me too much.
Away.
All right, sorry, I'm looking to the side. This is where my laptop are. This is where the notes are. But anyways, so here are the launch games for Stadia Connect that were announced, at least in this little live stream. Baldur's Gate 3, which we had discussed last week as was kind of a leak-ish. Someone dug into a website and was like, "Ooh, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be announced." So Baldur's Gate 3 was officially announced in the Stadia Connect. Ghost Recon Breakpoint will be coming to Stadia. Guilt, Get Packed, Division 2, Destiny 2, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, is the new expansion or whatever. And then a huge montage they showed, which stuff that they had showed before, but I guess just to reconfirm: Doom Eternal, Crew 2, Grid, FM, Mortal Kombat 11, Elder Scrolls Online, Farming Simulator 19, Darksiders Genesis, Trials Rising, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Just Dance, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Dragon Ball, Xenoverse 2, Thumper, Final Fantasy 15, Rage 2, Samurai Showdown, and Metro Exodus. So it's a decent lineup. It has a bunch of stuff from a lot of different genres, I guess, but I don't know. It's nothing that I would be super interested in personally, that I don't already own, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I You're talking about Stadia in general, right? So
Well,
we've
about
got
the
some.
game specifically, because we haven't even talked about the
Oh,
pricing and stuff.
oh yeah. Well, I think we should talk about the pricing before we
Okay,
talk
okay.
about the games because
That's
they
true.
go hand in hand, right?
Yeah. So Stadia Pro is $9.99 a month. Obviously, you get 4K HDR, 5.1 surround sound, and 60 FPS. However, it doesn't include all of the games, which is kind of what everyone assumed was that it would include all of the games. I'm gonna make it a point to look into the camera now because I keep on seeing what I look like, and I'm like, ooh, why do I look like that? Because I'm not looking at the camera. Stadia Pro does not include all of the games. It includes a small selection of games, and then if you want like a new game that just came out, you have to buy it separately. They didn't announce how much those games would be. Maybe they're going to be $60, which is ridiculous, I think, because I think the whole point of subscription service is that you don't have to pay extra for things since you're already paying a monthly fee. So, on top of that, Stadia controllers are $69, which is fine. They have a Founders Edition that includes a Chromecast Ultra, the controller, and 3 months of Pro for $129. And Stadia Base, which I think is kind of a cool feature, is totally free. You get your games will only stream at 1080p max, and then you just buy the individual games you want. I think something like this is interesting too, but it's not something. It's not like we don't already have that in existing services like Oya or whatever.
So a couple things real quick. So Stadia Base is actually coming in 2020. And then Stadia Pro, or not Stadia Pro, Founders Edition comes with an exclusive color of the Stadia controller.
Actually, you're right, and it does look nice.
I know.
And they really touted, they were like, you get your first pick at your Stadia like username, and I was like, that's really not a big perk, but okay.
Someone said that, or I think they were talking about it kind of funny, and they were like, you could be, I don't know, something ridiculous, like whatever, like Noob Slayer 69 or whatever that was in
from
I don't know,
Endgame.
They're from Endgame, yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. This is
highly coveted. Noob Slayer 69.
So some of you on the stream will have seen my reaction as I mentioned, just talking about random things. Bandai Namco's entire E3 lineup just leaked, and
did it? I didn't even see your face. I was looking at the camera.
So as I was, so we can jump. Well, why don't we? Let's just keep going, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So yeah, Stadia. I don't know. What do y'all feel about it?
So I thought about this. I was thinking about this, and what I think is that for people that don't have, or for parents especially that don't have consoles for their kids don't have consoles, but they want to buy like one game. Because I remember like back when I was a kid, right? There'd always be one game that I wanted for a system, and I would want that system just for that one game. Halo Combat Evolved, perfect example. Not to say that's going to come out on Stadia, but that was a game that I always wanted. So if now, like, my parents could have just paid $9.99 a month for, I don't know, 2 months until I was done with the game, and then pay $60, you're talking about buying the game for $60, paying $20 out of pocket, you're up to $80, and that's it. Like,
well, even if you just have Stadia base, like, you don't have to worry about buying a console. You could just buy the single game.
Correct. That's what I was getting at. So yeah, so even to just play the game, it's literally just buying the game, and then you own the game, quote unquote, but it's free. So, and it's 1080p, and most people, normal human beings, are fine with 1080p.
Yeah.
Unlike you monsters.
I am the monsters. Logan's a monster too, but
Logan makes you look like looks like a rational human being.
You guys remember last week whenever I was like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna be garbage," and you're like, "Oh no, it's gonna be great."
I realize now I was more hyped about the technology than I was about. I mean, I was hoping that they would have more games, but they didn't like announce anything that was like necessarily. I guess they thought Baldur's Gate 3 would be like a bombshell, but it wasn't.
Who do you think really is gonna buy this?
Exactly the audience that I just mentioned. Parents that don't want to buy a system, but they can pay.
That parents that don't want to buy a system have any idea what this is, or understand it?
The kids will be like, "Hey, I want this on Stadia." I guess.
No, they're gonna say, "I want to get an Xbox or a PlayStation and play with my friends where everybody else is, or something." Unless they have really good crossplay or something.
Yeah, we're still a ways off from a child asking for Stadia for Christmas, I think.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I could definitely see my my nephews, at least, like my younger ones, because they don't have any console besides like the Wii. They could absolutely be like, "Hey, I would love to do this because they have like just older laptops or like tablets that would absolutely be able to run it because it's just streaming, and this would be a good option for them if they want to play like, I don't know, FIFA or whatever. I'm assuming FIFA will come to this one day. But.
Yeah, so I agree. It's the fact that Just Dance was announced as well for this. I'm like, huh?
How does that work?
I don't know. There's probably some plan somewhere to use some sort of motion controllers, or maybe, I mean, you may be able to connect like Joy-Cons to the computer. I don't know.
Well, they
Something
did
weird
say
like
that it works with a lot of major controllers. Like you don't need a Stadia controller. You can play with an Xbox or a PS4 controller.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it supports like even Wiimotes, because Wiimotes are Bluetooth technically. So why not?
That's true. That's true.
Right. Crazy stuff.
Right. Yeah, it is cool stuff. We'll see how it actually goes. As in terms of the game lineup, like you were asking before, I'd say it's a pretty solid game lineup. Nothing earth-shattering here. Baldur's Gate 3 is huge, but it's also coming out for PC, so it's not as big as, it's not a Stadia exclusive. If it was a Stadia exclusive, then that'd be a disaster.
That'd be a disaster. I don't think anything is going to be Stadia exclusive. Like, it wouldn't make sense.
Was Baldur's Gate announced as a launch game? I don't think it was.
I want to say it was, but maybe not. Well, probably not, because it's...
Fact check that one. I don't think it is, because I remember hearing...
It comes out in 2019, and Baldur's Gate is probably not going to be ready for... But Stadia comes out in 2019. Baldur's Gate is not ready for that release, is what I meant.
They even said, like, it's been in production or it's been in development for a while, but it's still very early on, so...
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think that's coming anytime soon, to be honest with you, but that's okay. Take your time. However, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, like Enhanced Edition or like Definitive Edition, was announced as a single pack. So like you get 1 and 2 in the same pack for Xbox, Switch, PS4, and presumably PC. So that was pretty cool. So people are back and getting all excited about Baldur's Gate. So let's move into the next piece of hot tops here. So the Pokemon Direct did air on June 5th, and there was new information on Pokemon Sword and Shield. So let's jump into some of that news real quick, and then let's get into the good stuff here, the E3 breakdown on each of these conferences. So at the Pokemon Direct, a few highlights here. They did announce a global release of November the 13th, 2019. They did announce a dual pack of Sword and Shield, which is something that they've started doing more often now that they've realized after like 18,000 games that people, monsters, much like us, mainly me, will buy both games. So,
and now that they have like all the stuff that we talked about last episode, Pokemon Home and stuff, you can like easily transfer your Pokemon. Like you're no longer really siloed into a single game. So
yeah,
that makes more sense.
Yep.
I like that.
So, which is pretty cool. What kind of sucks though is the dual pack is $119.99. You're not saving literally a dime. So.
You're actually paying a penny more.
And you're paying a penny more, yeah. And you're getting this little, this cardboard box that houses both games. Amazon and Best Buy.
Unbelievable. Sorry, go on. Amazon and Best Buy what?
Anyways, Ahmed's antics once again. What
are you going to do?
Maybe lose my train of thought. See, Amazon and Best Buy are offering $10 certificates when you pre-order either of those games or the double pack. So if you got a brain in your head and a head on your shoulders, then you'd pre-order them separately. So you get two $10 certificates and not one. But I will leave that up to you. If you think that $10 is worth that cardboard box, that's on you. It's your money. Do what you want. It's my money and I need it now. So
I was just going to say that.
They did announce raid battles, which let's talk about Dynamax first. So they announced this feature called Dynamax, which makes your Pokemon literally gigantic, and the Pokemon stays big for 3 turns, and they have like powered up versions of their moves. So it's kind of weird, but hey, to each your own.
And people from just like both making their Pokemon big, like
there's nothing stopping it, but it only lasts for 3 turns. It can only be used once per battle. So
interesting.
Yeah,
is it like a potion or whatever?
It's just like a feature set. Oh. No, it's just like a feature. It's like when you go to hit attack, there's like a Dynamax button.
Gotcha.
From what I saw. So there's raid battles where you can team up with up to 4 players and battle like a Dynamax Pokemon, and then once you defeat them, you have the opportunity to catch it. So it's kind of a little bit of a twist on like Pokemon Go to some extent, / the Pokemon that we know and love. So that was pretty cool. There's all this stuff about bikes. Well, not really about bikes. It was just different clips, and then it kind of went around the internet. But like, there was a picture or a segment of the video where the character was on the bike, and they actually had like balloons on the tires of the bike, and it was like there's 4 balloons, so they were able to like drive across water. So there was talk about that replacing like the surf function, so you don't need a Pokemon to surf, you could just use your bike. So then there's another one that showed it like with sparks, and then another one just with wheels as we would normally know it. New Pokemon were announced, so Gen 8 Pokemon were shown off.
They showed one called Sobble, and its attack power is that it sobs, it cries, and its tears attack other Pokemon. That's a big mood. Or no, it like makes them cry, and then it uses the distraction of everyone crying as an escape.
Yeah. So Sobble was announced as one of the starters when they first announced it, and then yes, they did. They showed off his little crying ability. So that is a mood if I ever saw one. So they did announce the new legendaries, which look interesting. I mean, they're running out of ideas at this point. We're talking about Sword and Shield. You got a Pokemon that looks like a sword and a Pokemon that looks like a shield. So the new legendaries embody. This one comes from GameSpot, who did a pretty good breakdown here of a pretty good breakdown of the whole direct. So there is Zamazenta, who has a shield-like design, and Zacian, who holds a sword-like item in its mouth. So there's different plot points. There's other Gen 8 Pokemon. We talked about raid battles. Talked about Dynamax. Smartphone Pokedex rather than a standard Pokedex. Sword and Shield gives players a Rotom phone. It's not only used for tracking your collection, but also fulfills other functions, including apparently serving as a replacement for HMs from the past games. And they did show what looks like random encounters. So Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee did away with random encounters. And you just saw Pokemon roaming in the wild and kind of approach them.
Yeah.
So that it looks like the random encounters are gone. So you had to like walk up to this little like exclamation point, but I don't know. So hopefully that's not the case, but I guess we will see what happens.
I mean, it's probably just like a return to form, because Let's Go is like not a grand departure, but was different take on the games. I don't know. So I wouldn't be surprised if random encounters come back.
Yeah. So in the trailers though, they just had Pokemon roaming around, but you now have much more of an open world kind of view to it. So everything is much more open world. It really gives the vibe as if, you know, like Breath of the Wild did, where Breath of the Wild was so expansive that it now has that vibe to it. So I'm really excited for this. We'll see what happens, but it looks really good so far. And there's like different, if you look at some of like the trailer, like there's these different areas you can go to. So like depending on the weather and stuff, you can experience different Pokemon. So if you're in like a sandy area, you'll come after like a Tyranitar, which is like a sand, like a whatever. I guess he's like a ground-like or fighting-like Pokemon. I forget what he is. It was so long, but they showed that. And then if you're in like a grassy field, they'll show different Pokemon. So there's a 2-minute trailer that was shown, and I mean, I think the game looks fantastic. I think the games both look fantastic. Scratched on the 2 minutes. This is an old 2-minute trailer. Just kidding. Anyways. But there was a bunch of footage shown at the Nintendo Direct. I believe it was 15 minutes total. Yeah. So I just caught the highlights. I haven't had a chance to sit down and really look at everything and watch the Direct. So, but from the footage that I've seen, it looks fantastic. I'm hyped as hell for it. I love Pokemon. We got into a lot of Let's Go. So what I was talking about the random encounters before, just so we're clear, is that there, in some cases, there was like a little exclamation point, and you ran towards it, and then it was like a mystery Pokemon. Okay. So I guess they're kind of back. No. In Sword and Shield. The idea of random encounters, though, is pretty much dead, because in the Pokemon games up until now, you ran into grass, and then a Pokemon appears or whatever. So that was done away with in Let's Go, where it's like, oh, there's like 2 Pidgeys flying. Yeah. But Let's Go was also a shrunken scale, whereas I think Sword and Shield is very, very drawn out and a lot more expansive than prior Pokemon games. So, like I said, I'm excited. Got both games pre-ordered. Lauren's going to play one. I'll play the other. I don't really care about Sword or Shield or whatever. I'll just take one. Whatever one is the lesser, I don't care. But, I'm impartial to the legendaries this time around. But there's a sheep Pokemon that was announced, too. Woloop or something like that.
He does
So
look cute.
that's
He's
that
like
too.
proud.
It's me. He is.
That
And there's like,
is me.
um,
God.
yeah.
I don't know. I plan on I have a flight tomorrow, and I have a bunch of flights this summer, so I plan on finally playing Let's Go Eevee. We'll report back if that actually happens or not. We'll see.
This whole thing about this whole thing with Bandai Namco is disappointing. So
it's nothing exciting.
no, it's disappointing that it all leaked.
Oh, is
Did
there
it
anything
actually
exciting to
leak or?
Oh. Anyways, I'm just sitting here screaming. Ignore
What's
me.
the news?
Oh, it's so Logan put it on the doc briefly, but yeah, so I guess now that we're going into E3 schedule, breakdowns, predictions, everything that's been announced so far, we can start about Bandai Namco because that's just going to be either at a actually this might probably be at the Nintendo Direct. So Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered is coming to Nintendo Switch as well as PS4 and Xbox One in fall of 2019. So I guess I don't know. I guess Bandai Namco somehow lost. I don't know. They must have somehow lost their security or something because all these assets are leaking out. Like it's like box arts and stuff like that. They're leaking out and logos, and that's where that Eternal something or other, whatever it was, the George R. R. Martin game that I told you guys about earlier. That's where that came from. Yeah, and then
is that Bandai Namco published?
Yeah, it's from Software.
Okay. Got it.
Yep. So Bandai Namco does what do you call it? Dark Souls. So yeah, all of them are in here. Kotaku, Jason Schreier posted an article 17 minutes ago. Massive E3 leak reveals From Software game with George R. R. Martin new Tales game, Ni no Kuni Remastered. A security flaw on publisher Bandai Namco's website has led to a major new E3 leak that reveals 3 new games. Ooh. The rumored From Software George R. R. Martin collaboration, a new Tales game, and Ni no Kuni Remastered. Elden Ring for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, a new game from the makers of Dark Souls and Sekiro in collaboration with Game of Thrones creator George R. R. Martin. Turns out those rumors were indeed true. A remastered version of the first Ni no Kuni for Xbox One, PC, and PS4. See, it says that there, but then in the other tweet that I just saw, it confirmed Switch as well. And Tales of Arise, a new game in the long-range JRPG series, also for PC, Xbox, and PS4. What a disaster for Bandai Namco. Chances are high we'll see all 3 of these games during Microsoft's press conference on Sunday afternoon. Exciting times all around.
So none of these games are coming to Stadia, I guess.
Probably not.
Logan from the Shadow.
I mean, they're coming on PC, so there's always a possibility in the future. They did say and more, but and more can be like one more game. We don't know.
And while I have a few minutes and you're all here, Attractions Magazine just says, we just got to have an advanced screening of Toy Story 4. While we can't post a full review until June 13th, we can say that this film is a wonderful addition and answers a few questions. It delivers an emotional ending on par with the third film.
Great. Fantastic.
And then
someone here
also,
going to see an early screening, perhaps?
I'm seeing it next Wednesday, thanks to the Disney 1923 Club. So yeah, I'm real excited. I was about to stream yesterday. And then Disneyland.
He's like, "Are you ready to die?" And I was like, "What?" It's like Toy Story 4. I'm like, okay.
I was so excited. Oh my god, we're going to see it next Wednesday. Get hyped. All the reactions. Thursday.
Being just
night.
you and Lauren, I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see it until like the Saturday or Sunday of that weekend.
That's unfortunate. You choose to see bullshit movies like Godzilla.
I'm going to be in Pennsylvania with my sisters. Both of them. They're visiting.
That's
I can't
your
see
fault,
it on
not
Thursday.
mine. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell me either. Anyways,
true.
Logan, are you
and then
seeing Toy Story
Disneyland
4 on
Forever.
Thursday?
Probably not on Thursday, but I'll probably see it that weekend.
Wow.
Get out of here! You're both garbage, trash, bullshit, garbage.
Wow, very articulate.
I know that was spoken like a prophet. And then Disneyland Forever is coming back to Disneyland for a presumably extended period of time.
All right, not everyone knows what that means, so you have to elaborate a little bit.
Okay.
Because I didn't even know what it means. I have to look it up.
Get ready for my 30-second TED Talk. So Disneyland Forever was the nighttime spectacular that was debuted at Disneyland for the 60th anniversary, and by far one of the best Disneyland fireworks shows or nighttime spectaculars that the park has ever seen.
And that was when
they got
there, like down the road.
That was when I lived there, yeah, for the 60th anniversary. They then got rid of it and brought back like these older shows that weren't as good, and then tried this like EDM-ish dance party kind of thing
the mixed
that they
magic where they like project onto the Main Street houses or Main Street buildings, whatever.
Yeah. So now, that's over because that was a limited time thing. That's over. Now we're back to. They announced they're bringing back Disneyland Forever, which is huge because we thought it was dead forever.
Right?
No, it's for the time being. It's not just for the month.
Oh, I thought I read it was just for a month. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're wrong. Who knows?
If it's for a month, I'll scream.
Guess you'll never see it. No,
I've seen it. I could recite that whole thing, but anyways,
because you heard it every night from your home. It sounded.
I literally from my rooftop synchronized the music to the fireworks.
Absurd, absolutely absurd. All right, shall we officially jump into the E3 predictions / whatever breakdown schedule, all that fun stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
You hyped, Logan? I don't hear it. I don't see it. I don't see it in your face. All right, I'm hyped too. Unfortunately,
this is as hyped as I get.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in. So I said I have a flight tomorrow. I'm gonna be in Charlotte like the entire time that all of these conferences are happening. So I don't know that we're gonna be able to do any like up to the day, up to the hour, or whatever live, or even a live stream. Obviously not. But like up to the day of reactions. But we'll be sure to follow us on Twitter. We'll scream there. We'll figure it out. Anyways, so starting off the weekend, tomorrow morning, is EA. They are first up in the lineup of E3 press conferences. EA Play will begin at 9:30 Pacific time, or 12:30 Eastern time. And what has been announced is pretty much the entire thing. They kind of gave out an entire schedule of what's going to happen throughout the day. So first off is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which we have not seen any gameplay of yet, except for a literal 2-second clip that they posted, where they show the new main character, I forgot his name, was like climbing something, and that was pretty much it. So we have no idea what the game is going to be like, whether it's going to be stealth, whether it's going to be like a kind of like a Uncharted, Tomb Raider-ish kind of game, or whatever, what have you. We'll see. Tomorrow morning. And then every game has a 30-minute time slot. So after Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, there's Apex Legends, Battlefield 5, FIFA, Madden NFL, and then The Sims 4. So nothing really exciting there at all.
So you can pretty much turn it off after Apex, right? I mean,
not even.
You can turn it off after Star Wars,
Fallen Order. What do they possibly... I mean, unless they announce some huge thing to bring Apex back from the dead. Or I guess back from the undead. I don't know. I wouldn't say Apex is dead, but it's definitely not thriving.
It's big
I'd
dead.
be curious to at least see what they're gonna do because I mean, yeah, everybody has stopped playing that.
Yeah, I'm sure they have something in store, or at least I hope that they have something in store, because otherwise, this is a pretty lame way to start E3. Unless you consider Stadia the starting E3. Also lame. Whatever.
Yeah, right. That doesn't do you any favors.
Not a very exciting start to the week.
So what do you guys think is going to get announced here? So I've got a couple things here, but I'm curious to hear what you think.
Well, so they did say that there would be some like gameplay reveals besides Fallen Order, I guess, or maybe they're just going to reveal gameplay for like Madden NFL 20. I don't know. They did say there would be some breaking news announcements as well. So this isn't all that's going to be announced. But I honestly don't even know what would be announced. Like I have zero.
Was Madden on Switch last year, or
I think so.
Madden was never on Switch.
FIFA
I bet that comes to Switch. Madden comes to Switch.
That's your prediction? Madden comes to Switch?
I could see that.
That's possible.
Yep. And or The Sims 4. I could see The Sims 4 being ported over. So that's another franchise that's like falling by the wayside. They could bring that to Switch and kind of re-up the hype around that. So I could see that happening.
I feel like Sims 4 has been out for years.
Am I wrong about The Sims busting out remastered.
The Sims busting out?
Sims 4 came out originally in 2014. So I think, Sims 4 on Switch does sound very...
That is a 5-year-old game anyways.
I mean, it's still super popular. It still has a whole 30-minute time slot dedicated to it exclusively.
What if so Apex Legends, if they don't announce a Switch port, I'd be very surprised, because I think that's what they need to get it into the hands of more people. So people would be more likely to try Apex, because like there's a lot of people that play Fortnite on Switch, right? So I think that I don't know. I personally think that would be a good call on their part. but I could see them also not doing it. I could also see them porting every game here except for Fallen Order onto Switch as well.
I just struggle to see how Apex could be optimized for Switch, given it's much more graphically
That's
intensive
what I
than
was.
Fortnite.
I was about to say, I don't think Apex could run on Switch.
Like, even if you pare it down to, like, really low graphic settings, I feel like at that point you're kind of running at a disadvantage. Like, I don't know. I guess it would exclusively match you up with Switch players unless you play crossplay. Does it even have crossplay? It doesn't have crossplay. What am I thinking? It doesn't have crossplay. So I guess then you're not at a disadvantage. I don't know. We'll see. That's Paul's prediction. It's probably not going to come true because Paul said it.
Wow.
I don't know. My prediction is that Fallen Order is going to be good.
Which isn't even a prediction because
Yes, it
it's
is.
not coming out until Q4.
Whatever. It's still a prediction. It's going to be good. It's going to look good.
Remember when I was talking to Ahmed earlier and I literally rambled off? I'm like, I bet your prediction is XYZ. And he's like, yeah, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're so predictable.
Listen, I don't know. I'm not creative with these kinds of things. I can't think too ahead in the future. Did you go over all your other predictions though, besides Apex and whatnot?
My only other thing was that Battlefield 5 is still going to be dead, but EA is going to try to keep it alive. So they're going to announce some expansion or an expansion of their Battle Royale, and then no one's going to care.
Remember how it has a Battle Royale mode? Anyways, what a joke.
Logan, do you have anything to add to EA before we move on to greener pastures?
So I didn't even know we were doing EA predictions. I don't have any, but I'm going to double down on Madden for Switch and The Sims Bustin' Out Remastered.
If The Sims Bustin' Out Remastered comes out or is announced on top of Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated,
Oh yeah, that's
I'd be
we didn't
shocked.
talk about that. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is being
Oh
rehydrated.
yeah, all the THQ announcements this week were pretty good.
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
didn't even go over
Darksiders
THQ
Genesis,
stuff. Oh my god, we're missing out.
Darksiders Genesis, Oddworld Remastered.
The alien one,
Odd-
human whatever, destroy all humans.
Destroy all.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
coming
I
back.
said Oddworld. Whoops, sorry. Destroy All Humans.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was like, yeah, sure, Oddworld. I don't know what that is. I'll just go along with it. Paul knows more.
I used to mix those up all the time.
Yawning on our live episode.
I don't know why I'm yawning.
It's not even
I don't know.
8 o'clock. Episode's canceled.
I'm yawning
Everyone
because we're
leave
not
right
even
now.
talking about the good stuff. We're not talking about Nintendo. We're not talking about Microsoft. Come
All
on,
right.
let's go.
Microsoft. Let's do it. What's been announced? Xbox Live coming to Switch. A Deep Purple Xbox One
When
S.
was that announced?
They literally said Xbox Live would be made public and could come to platforms like Switch.
That was like
And
months
with the
ago.
Cuphead thing, they said it would come with Cuphead. This
It
has been
was
announced.
It was never like shown and like, hey, it's happening.
Whatever,
it was
but
always like,
It's been something that we know of. It's not like a shock if we see it at the show. A Deep Purple Xbox One S. It's part of like a Fortnite bundle. Xbox One X all digital, obviously. Game Pass for PC was just announced like last week.
Those last two things are already out. The all digital and the purple. Those are out now.
Oh, those are already out. Never mind. All right. So, Microsoft games on Steam as well as Windows Store. Partnership with Sony to explore joint development of future cloud solutions. Blah blah blah. This was apparently done in reaction to Stadia, according to the president and CEO of PlayStation, Jim Ryan. Halo Infinite and Gears 5. These are all things that we know will happen, so they won't be shocks to see. So, predictions. Paul, you want to start?
yeah, I think they're going to announce the Xbox One X.
Shut up. I literally hate you. Literally hate you.
No, so a disclaimer. Those are all things that are like, that's like the State of the Union up there that Ahmed was reading. So yes, we
State
know
of the
that all that
Union?
came out, Logan.
Yes, I'm just refreshing memories. Not everyone is a nerd like us. You're all
Logan
jerks.
sitting there like,
You're all jerks. I'm never talking again.
my hot takes. I think that they're going to talk about the specs for new hardware, but they're not going to talk or show much about the actual hardware. They're not going to show the actual box. They're going to talk about, yeah, there's going to be, I don't know, Alpha and Omega, and Alpha is going to be a streaming box, and Omega is going to be like an Xbox One X, but better and the same price, or something like that, along the same price tag. But I
Given
don't
that the one code name is Scarlet, I feel like the other one's going to be Johansson.
stop.
Xbox Scarlet.
So
and
dumb.
Xbox Johansson.
And then
Anyway.
Scarlett Johansson's going to come out on stage like, oh my God, time for me to get my royalties.
You may know me as the Black Widow. Today, I'm the Xbox Widow. I don't know. Anyways, go on.
I was going to say something like that, and I'm glad you did. It sounded just as dumb as I thought it would. So,
you're welcome.
Yes,
Saved
thank
your
you.
life.
So, Gears Tactics is got to come to Xbox One. It's announced for PC only so far. Gears 5 this holiday, it was just confirmed. There's a banner outside of the Los Angeles Convention Center that says Gears 5 Fall 2019. Yeah, and then NX Cloud Blowout, which I think you guys both have down already. So why don't we go into Logan? You have a few different ones that we don't have. Why don't you go into your predictions?
So expanding on xCloud a little bit, I think it's going to be included with Xbox Ultimate, and I think all your digital purchases and Game Pass games will be included. You'll just get access to it. It'll be like the Play Anywhere.
You mean
type
Xbox
thing
Game Pass Ultimate?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it called? Is it Game Pass Ultimate, or I thought it was just
Game
Xbox
Pass
Live
Ultimate.
It's Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah.
Ahmed gets his revenge. He said,
Wow.
"Listen, you're trying to correct me. I'll get you back."
Wow, I think you're a Microsoft fanboy? Just wait and see.
He said,
Coming.
Shit.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. I don't know.
I
if
think
it'll be-
that'll.
That's
that,
crazy. If it was included. I mean.
Yeah, it would. It would be a complete shutdown to Stadia if that happened.
Yeah.
I
For-
feel like, at least.
What is it? It's how much is it? Game Pass Ultimate again? $14.99?
It's $14.99. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be crazy if they included xCloud as in like a game streaming service. But I don't know. We'll see.
What if they included a base though? Like if it's not 4K, just like Stadia,
Or
instead of it
maybe
being free.
you have access to it and you buy games digitally and then you just stream them. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows?
I don't know. This one's a tricky one. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch it though.
Yeah.
They may also just show it and not talk about like any price points. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, they might just.
I feel
talk
like
about
they're
the
gonna-
tech.
I feel like they come out with all the information. I think it comes out this year sometime.
Is that
personally.
something we know for sure that it comes out this year?
I'm pretty sure they
No.
said there's going to be like
Really?
trials this year.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. Interesting. All right. What are your
Uh,
predictions? Sorry, keep cutting you off.
Next one, I predicted this last year, I think, and it didn't happen. Elite Controller 2.0. It's gonna happen.
Is there
how much is it
anything
gonna
wrong
be?
with the original Elite controller that you like would want to
They-
see in the new one?
They literally fell apart.
Uh-oh. You're lagging. You said they're literally falling apart,
Nope.
just like your stream?
yeah, right, yeah. They fell apart. They weren't built very well.
Oh, that's surprising. My roommate has one, and he like literally bought it just to build Fortnite things, and I don't know. He's never complained about it falling apart. He does complain about it like sometimes it just disconnects, like it dies out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff like the grips falling off and like the just different stuff not
Yikes.
working.
That's
When
unfortunate.
you're a hardcore player like Logan, this is when you experience these things. When you're fake like us, Ahmed, and you buy it and it sits on a shelf for 90% of the time, we don't have these problems.
That's why you
I
just
never bought
go
it.
trade it into GameStop before it falls apart.
Be like, oh,
Yep, for
let me pay my
$3.
Oh my god, $3 whole. That's fine. PS4 controllers can take all kinds of beatings, so I'm fine with those.
What else you got, Logan?
Fable 4, of course, is going to get announced. I mean, I think we all know that, but I think it's going to release this year.
I think that is a far off prediction.
Why?
And there's no way that happens.
Why? Why not?
There is zero possibility that that's going to happen.
Dang.
You're probably right, honestly.
Fable
Logan said,
4,
"Never mind."
Fable 4 and Halo, I could see them both coming out holiday of next year. Maybe.
That far off?
Yeah.
Haven't they been in development for like ever?
Halo has been in development for like 18 years. I don't know what the hell is taking that so long. Fable, from all the, well, whatever, leaks / news dumps, they have been working on it for a while, but it's still early on. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Interesting. I mean, that's fine. I never played any of the Fable games, so.
Next up is a price drop. I think that's got to happen.
A price drop on what? On like
the-
all their hardware?
All the hardware. Xbox One X has been out for 2 years now, just about, right? And Xbox All Digital is $250, which they have heard is a joke. And
That should just get a price drop like on its own. Like it should not be kept in line. Like I know they said it's going to be always $50 cheaper than an Xbox One X or Xbox One S, but I think that's stupid. We've talked about that at length before.
I don't see it, especially the Xbox One X. Like, there's no way $500 still. Like, it's been on sale so much that they should just drop it to 400.
Is it not already 400 MSRP? I feel like I only see it for that much.
It's still
no, it's
500.
Anyways, yeah, okay, that's likely. That's very likely.
Yep. I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah. And the last crazy thing is Doug Bowser or Gabe Newell will be on stage.
So we know Doug Bowser is the new president of Nintendo of America. Who's Gabe Newell? I don't know that name at least.
Wow, are you a real PC fan?
Absolutely not. I just have.
The Valve guy?
Yeah, Gabe. It's
Steam
guy.
Oh, of course. But of course, Gabe.
Oh yeah, of course. Did he like create Valve? I don't know who that is.
He's like created like Steam. He like owns Valve and Steam and.
He's the face of Valve.
So what do you think that either of them, if they come out, are gonna talk about? Like, is that just gonna appear on stage just for fun?
Yeah, just for fun. They're gonna be like, "What up, Phil?" And then they're just gonna be.
And confetti.
No, so if Doug Bowser's on stage, I think it's gonna be like xCloud related with Switch integration. And if he doesn't come on stage, let's say Gabe comes on stage, it's gonna have something to do with Steam. Like how they've been partnering with Steam with all of their game releases now.
Okay, that's reasonable. I guess my big prediction is the Nintendo coming through with xCloud streaming on Switch. That's my hot take. It's gonna happen. I can feel it in my bones. And I can finally
play Halo on your Switch.
What a dream! Play Forza on my Switch. And never win a race because it doesn't track when you win. Garbage game.
Oh my god.
We're
still on this.
Every time I play it, I'm like, why am I even playing this? I have an existential crisis. Paul, what are your predictions?
Sure.
I don't have, obviously, many, besides the xCloud thing and a Scarlet announcement, which I agree with you. I was going to say the specs. Oh, you did talk about it.
I was going to say, has it been that long? I already talked about all of them.
I forgot. I'm tired. It's hot in my room. I'm sweating. I can't have my fan on because it'll be loud on the stream. I'm suffering.
See, I yawned. I was loud and proud about it. I was like, and then you're all like,
you could see the sweat beads on my forehead
ew,
in high definition.
No,
so yeah,
that's gross.
I agree with you on the Scarlet announcement being just like a show of specs, not necessarily showing off any hardware, because it's obviously, I don't know, it's a ways off still. Definitely a 2020 release. So.
I want to say it was confirmed for 2020 release.
Let's
do we have
real quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's going on?
On Scarlet, do all the games play across generations? Does Xbox One from 2013 still play Scarlet games?
Like, are you saying is Scarlet just going to be?
Is it going to be an Xbox One X too?
No. I think it's going to be true next gen. It'll be backwards compatible,
so you don't,
but I think it'll be true next gen. If anything, there
so
might
you don't
be crossplay between games, specific games, and you can, like, if you own Halo, whatever, on Xbox One, and someone, like, if Halo comes out on both platforms, like, they do that kind of thing. And if you own it on Xbox One and someone else owns it on Scarlet, I think there will be crossplay there. But I don't think that you can play Scarlet games on Xbox One, is my prediction.
I would say the opposite. I think like an Xbox One X, like you don't have to get it. I think you can play Halo Infinite across the board or whatever.
Interesting. That's something to consider. Paul, what do you think? What are you doing over there? I see you.
Check the chat and you'll see.
Oh, I see. Glistening. I hate you. Who's Fran? Good night, brother. I don't know what that means.
Good night, brothers.
We're not done yet. Don't go. Don't tell me
said,
good night.
Fran said goodbye.
Oh my god! Remember when this was going to be an hour episode? We still got so much to talk about. We're going for an hour and a half, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no, I think you guys are. I think Logan's onto something where there's going to be cross gen's going to be a little bit different. So, what we could look at it as is you could have an Xbox One X like 2 or second iteration or whatever, and that might make your games look a little bit better. Or you have, sorry, every time a tweet comes up, I'm like, oh, breaking news, and it's people are just yelling about Bandai Namco and how dumb they are. So, or you have like your standard Xbox One X that, with the power of xCloud, could bring it up to the power of the Xbox One X2. So it's a very interesting playing ground with xCloud involved. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see how xCloud pulls into all of this. But yeah,
we really don't know what xCloud actually is.
It's going to be exactly what Stadia is, if not like more. I mean,
but they have also mentioned things like you just saying, like how they can utilize the power of xCloud to like offload whatever. So it's not like directly necessarily going to be a streaming service. Like they're just using their huge data centers to kind of, I don't know, help offload computing power somewhere else so that you don't have to all have it live. So something like what Logan's saying could be realistic in a sense, so that you can like get Scarlet games on Xbox One and it just, you know, uses xCloud to, you know, process whatever. I don't know. I have no idea.
Logan, we've seen the power of the cloud, right? We've seen the power of the cloud in Crackdown 3, right?
Right. That's wonderful.
The power of the cloud.
Brilliant.
Well, yeah, that's okay. That's what I was getting that from, was the Crackdown 3 thing. Obviously, that didn't really pan out to, or it didn't amount to anything.
I think xCloud isn't going to be extra computing. I think it's just going to be game streaming, right?
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know.
The point I'm trying to make is nothing has been confirmed either way, so it's all speculation at this point. So, yeah, very interesting.
Bethesda.
Shall we move on? Yeah, let's do it. Bethesda, we don't necessarily have predictions for this, but I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
Bethesda's in a weird spot after Fallout 76, so this will be kind of their redemption. Hopefully, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be what's been announced so far, right? So Sunday, June 9th, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard or Pacific time, and then 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard time.
Wait, did we say what Microsoft's is? Oh no,
it's on Sunday as well.
Yeah, Sunday, June 9th.
Yeah,
1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. If we didn't say that earlier. Sorry.
Yeah, so Microsoft Store is actually doing like an event where you can like win prizes and stuff, which I almost am kind of tempted to be like, I want to go and watch it.
I went to the last like Microsoft Store event I went to was for Quantum Break. Remember that game? That was exciting.
I feel like I've won something at one of the. Well, we went to the Xbox One, the original launch at a Microsoft Store, and I won a free game. They're like, "You won!" I'm like, "Oh my god!" And like, "Here's Just Dance." I'm like, "God damn it, no, I don't want this." I was like, "Is there any chance I could swap it out?" And they let me get Rise, Son of Rome.
Which
pretty
was
trash
also not
game.
Good.
Yeah,
but
I beat that game because I had nothing else to play. So we can run through Bethesda really quickly here. Sunday, June 9th, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. What's been announced so far? So Doom Eternal has been announced. It is also announced for Stadia. Elder Scrolls 6 was announced last year. Starfield was announced last year. Wolfenstein Youngblood was also announced. That's releasing on July 26th. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what this is. I think that they're going to right the wrongs of Fallout 76. We may see like a sequel to Fallout Shelter. I could see them doing little games like that. I got Logan's reaction. He looked like a pretty positive reaction, so I'll take that as a win. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have anything to add about Bethesda? I don't want to spend too much time on this. I feel like Bethesda's always out of left field.
I think they're going to talk a lot about their Fallout 76 improvements, like what they've done to improve the game, and they're going to be like, oh, well, now we have all these players and blah, 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 and it's doing great. And here's like an expansion or something. Some new content or something like that. But
I think an expansion's a good guess for that. I think that they turned that game around a little bit from launch, and I don't think it's great, but I think it's supposed to be better than Anthem.
Oh my god, remember Anthem? Wait, is EA going to talk about anything? We mentioned that in the EA section.
They're not even going to speak of his name.
Have a time slot. Oh, anyways, Anthem's dead.
I bet Todd Howard gets on stage and says something about Anthem, about how Fallout's better than Anthem. Like, not directly, but...
Yeah. I mean...
Anyways, this is a disaster. Like, there is literally a full media blowout from Bandai Namco at this point. Bandai Namco. And it's like, there is the name of the...
Bandai Namco?
Yeah, I did. There's like the name of the game and the whole blurb that they would have put in their press release with all of the media behind it.
Oh,
so
wow.
slight correction. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch the original, not remastered versions coming to Switch. The remastered versions coming to Xbox One and PS4.
Did you ever play any of the Ni no Kuni games?
No, I did not, but I wanted to get into the first one, and I just never got around to it.
Yeah, neither.
But now's the time. It's going to be on Switch.
Yep, in its original form. So
Literally.
I'll get it when it's like $2.
Sounds great. I'm sorry if you all hear the noise in the background. There's like people in my alleyway screaming. I don't know what's going on.
There's like dogs barking and stuff. It's wild.
Yeah, I turned off the fan, but now there's people slamming shit, so
That's
might as
fine.
well suffer with the fan. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah, I don't have
Ubisoft.
predictions besides anything else. So yeah, Logan, did you have anything for Bethesda real quick?
What last year was the Elder Scrolls and Starfield were the big ones. I bet you probably don't see anything Elder Scrolls, maybe a little bit of Starfield, but none of those games are going to come out anytime soon.
Yeah, I think Elder Scrolls is still going to be like next year. We'll maybe see gameplay.
Elder Scrolls will be totally absent. Like, it's just not even going to be there. They're going to not even talk about it.
Yeah.
And it'll be like,
Okay.
we're happy to announce the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim VR++.
Skyrim
it's like-
on TI 82 graphing calculators.
Oh my god, that was wild.
I can't believe that's a thing. Anyway.
No, now it's
a
going to
meme.
be it's going to be Skyrim on Playdate.
What's Playdate?
What?
I don't know what Playdate is. It's probably Skyrim on Stadia, to be totally honest. If we're being realistic.
Logan, do you know what it is?
No, I don't.
Come on, that handheld with the crank.
Oh, Playdate, we
Oh.
talked about it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Anyways.
Fools. I need new friends. I need friends in the industry. This is a
gamer
cry for
friends.
help. This is a cry for help. Help me, please.
Please break me out of the shell. Wake me
All right,
up.
moving right up to the next one. Ubisoft, Monday, June 10th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So what's been announced so far? Watch Dogs Legion was leaked out, and then Ubisoft came around real quick, sent out a tweet, and it was like, yeah, Watch Dogs Legion is, more to come at E3, blah, 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 it's real, blah, 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 NPCs aren't safe.
Yeah, they
all
said
this-
God save the NPCs in their tweet. And
Yeah.
someone in the original leak was saying that NPCs are all going to be playable. Like, you can hack them, I guess, and play as them. Which sounds like an interesting gameplay concept. I always was really interested in this game, and I always never played it. Maybe I'll finally play it. I own both of them, and I don't know. I'm really interested in the concept, but I just never got around to sitting down and playing them.
I was always going to play Watch Dogs 2, and I just never got around to it, so it's fine. I never bought it. At least I didn't fall into that trap.
It's whatever.
I did buy Watch Dogs 2. It's like $7 or something. I haven't played it though.
I think
Nice.
I got Watch Dogs 2 for free with my graphics card, or Watch Dogs 1 for free. I don't know. I got one of them for free. And I don't think I actually bought the second one, or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll look into my Steam account later.
Watch Dogs 1 is a bad game. I mean, it's like fun where it is, and then, I don't know, for like a second, and then you're like, wow, this is really garbage. So
Are they like is it like a story? Like, do you have to play the first one to understand the second one, or is it just a completely different thing?
even if I said no, Ahmed, you would be like, I need to play the first one to understand the second and the third.
No,
So,
I've matured now.
have you?
Yeah.
Considering how bad those games did, I can't imagine them wanting you to play the other ones.
Honestly, yeah. Watch Dogs 2 did well, though, right? I think it did.
Like,
It
moderately
reviewed
more.
well. I don't know that it sold well.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a
Wow.
fun game regardless. But it's very like open world, so it's one of those games you could spend hours in, right? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds stressful. So, Ghost Recon Breakpoint was announced prior to. They did like a little announcement, which we talked about briefly. Rainbow Six Siege has been confirmed to continue into next gen, so this game will never die.
It's not that old. I mean, it's 2015, so it's 4 years old. But like,
It feels
Overwatch
like it's
is
older than that.
2016. Like, Overwatch is 2 years old.
Where is Overwatch 2?
What was that I had mentioned? Something about Overwatch 2.
They stopped working on a StarCraft first-person shooter or something like that to focus more on the next Diablo and the next Overwatch entries
Which is
to the franchises.
What could that mean? What does Overwatch 2 even look like? Like, Overwatch
Give me
1
Overwatch 2 or give me death.
has such a big following. Anyways, Rainbow Six Siege continue on.
The next gen. Yep.
Yeah.
Three unannounced AAA games are coming before March 2020. Which, whatever. So, Beyond Good and Evil 2, Skull and Bones, Assassin's Creed will not be at the show? Who said that?
They said they're taking a break for Assassin's Creed this year.
What?
Yep.
Assassin's Creed Ragnarok was leaked.
That was, yes, it was leaked, but it was leaked as it was from like There was also like a teaser in Division 2 hinting at it. But yeah, they said, according to IGN.com, legitimate source, Assassin's Creed will not be at the show, confirmed. Or like
Really?
they highly likely to not be at the show because they did say that they were taking a year break. So
Very
we'll see.
interesting.
Yeah. Beyond Good and
Skull
Evil
and
2 is not
Bones.
going to be at the show because they did a live stream earlier this week or this month, and they showed some like art and stuff. And what were you going to say about Skull and Bones? Isn't their pirate game?
Skull and Bones got delayed till 2020, so we're probably not going to see much of that either.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know.
wait a second.
What? That face.
Okay, I don't know. I pulled up this Digital Trends article, and there's all these games that are like confirmed to not be at E3, and there's games we want to see at E3. Hold on a second. Never mind. Wait a minute. Hold up. Games that won't be there. Starfield.
Yep.
We'll have to keep wondering exactly what the hell the game is actually is for at least another year, as it's likely coming to next gen systems. Elder Scrolls 6. Willing to bet that we'll be skipping it for the next few years of the conference. Beyond Good and Evil 2, we know. Skull and Bones, Assassin's Creed, Death Stranding, Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, we know that. Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, those are all obvious ones. Thanks for nothing, Digital Trends.
Told you. You doubted me.
I did doubt you. I'm sorry.
Don't ever do
So,
it again.
do you want to go into your predictions?
Sure. So I only have two. I think there's going to be Division 2 expansion. I think that's natural, highly likely. Have there been any expansions announced yet? Yes, no.
Not that I know of. No,
Yeah.
just the what do you call it? The
Dark Zone stuff.
the raid
and
mode.
Raids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this has been in flux where people are like, oh, it's going to happen. And then people are like, it's not going to happen. And then, oh, it's going to happen. So I don't know. I think Splinter Cell is going to happen really because I'm begging for it and I want it so bad. That's really it. That's all I want.
I'm going to go into my one prediction, then I'm going to jump over to Logan. My prediction, there's going to be some stupid Switch exclusive game
Oh, there's always
that
going to be
there's
nonsense.
always one of them where it's like, I don't know, but hot off the presses, Cats Remeowstered and Dogs Rebarkstered is making its return to Nintendo Switch this holiday season.
Is that when did the Cats and Dogs games come out originally?
The original DS. So that was
okay.
like mucho years ago.
Yeah, you're right. That's an accurate description or accurate prediction. I can't speak.
What do you think, Logan? I know that's
think
your prediction, but
I think Just Dance 2020 is going to come to the Wii.
Wow.
it really is. That's a legit prediction, though. Just Dance 2019 came to the Wii.
Oh, wait, did it really?
I'm pretty
For
sure
real?
it did.
Oh
For
my
real,
God.
for real. Let me look it up. Hot off the presses.
I wonder how
Just
many of
Dance.
those they print. Like, how many do they anticipate? Is that like 5? 10?
They're usually like pretty rare because no one buys them.
Yeah, because what the hell's the... I don't know.
I can run
2019
Walmart as a copy if you want me to pick one up for you, Paul.
So,
Oh yeah, thanks. Is it $49.99 still?
outside
It's-
of
well, they're 20% off now, so probably 39.
outside of this window, approximately an arm's length is a brick wall. So this is a literal alleyway. And yet, I hear people, like, having an entire gathering. Do you hear that?
It literally sounds like they're in your living room.
Why are they so loud? I apologize. I don't know what to tell you. I can close the window, but then I'll literally suffocate. And I'm already suffocating. Whatever.
Yeah, like Just Dance 2019 is on the Wii.
That's shocking to me. When will it die?
What does it even look like?
Who even has a working Wii anymore? Every Wii that I know had like foreign objects shoved into the disc slot.
Said
Mainly.
every Wii that I know is broken.
Like, specifically, my two sisters both had Wiis, and both of them are broken because someone shoved something that they shouldn't have in the disc slot.
Oh,
Whether it was, like,
that's
weird pieces of plastic or paper or what have you. Anyways, invite them on the stream. Y'all want to come on the stream? They're being mad loud. All right, that's it for Ubisoft. Shall we jump to Square Enix?
Let's jump right into it. The Marvel's Blowout Extravaganza.
Yeah.
By the way, Just Dance 2019 is not available on Amazon.com, but it's available to use for $27.99.
You could probably buy it digitally on the Nintendo not eShop that doesn't exist on Wii anymore.
I was gonna say, yeah, the Wii can't even do digital games like that. Are you kidding me?
It was a joke.
Okay, anyways. This is going to be the Avengers blowout.
Yeah,
Monday, June 10th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time during the Sony time slot.
Yeah, what normally would be Sony, you're right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else beyond Marvel Avengers that is going to happen.
That matters.
That's been announced, and that's what my prediction is. I don't know.
What are y'all going to do when Marvel's Avengers is a turn-based strategy game?
Not buy it and just whatever. Move on with my life. I don't have high hopes or expectations. I'm not setting myself up for disappointment here. I'm just whatever, it's a thing, and if it's exciting, sure. If it's not,
it was announced so long ago. There's like no hype anymore. Well, there's hype, but
I don't know. Like, there's all these Marvel games, like Contest of Champions, and all these like weird like Marvel's Capcom. Like, I was never into any of those really. So I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe I'm not.
All right. With that being said, let's jump in to the main attraction, the final, the Nintendo. Tuesday, June 11th, 9 a.m. Pacific time.
The best for last.
12 p.m. Eastern. So what's been announced so far? So let's go through what's been announced. And I want to spend the majority of this time going through some predictions. Luigi's Mansion 3 has been announced. Link's Awakening. Animal Crossing. That weird-ass game, what is it called? Astral Chain? And there's a couple others, I think.
Yes. That's what's I think.
Bayonetta 3 is also announced, but I don't know where that is. Metroid Prime 4 is announced, but that's not going to be there. We know that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of indie titles that are out there that I can't even keep track anymore.
There's a lot of Anime the Games.
Pokemon Sword and Shield, which we already know are coming out November 13th. I think we'll see almost nothing about Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah, no,
because there's two.
They did the stream before E3 purposely to free up time during E3.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, let's jump into predictions because there's a lot to take in here, and I think there's a lot of open space for Nintendo to make some waves. Yeah. So, who wants to start?
I can start this one.
Okay, just kidding. Logan, you start.
Go on.
Nope.
You sure?
Too late. Yep, I'm positive. Go.
All right. Super Nintendo is going to come to the Nintendo Switch Online service.
If this doesn't happen,
I'll kill myself.
I'm going to be so pissed off. Like, this should have happened 6 months ago.
It really should have happened at launch, but that's a whole other.
Oh well, don't go there. But yeah,
don't go there. It's too crazy.
Yeah. So I think we're all in agreement on that. If that doesn't happen, I would be shocked.
I also. I think we all have this one as a prediction. This new Switch hardware, whether it's my prediction is Pro, Paul's prediction is Mini, and Logan's is just vague. I don't know.
Logan's like, I'm trying to be right. I'm trying to get credit.
I guess
it's like fair. When you used to sketch numbers on a test and you like make them look like two different numbers, but also
like a true and a false, with a T and an F.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Logan did.
Oh my God.
So I think it's going to be Switch Mini. I think that they're going to fill the gap where the 3DS is right now. They need to get something in there that's not the 3DS anymore, and it's going to be a Switch Mini. What that looks like, I don't know. I think that you're still going to have dockable Joy-Cons. I think you're still going to have pretty much everything but the dock, with maybe like a dock that you can plug into the system that you pay for like $35. And you get this dock, whatever.
I'm really gunning for the existing Switch being like the Mini and them having a Switch Pro. That's my.
Which I could see that happening too.
I don't know. I feel like a Switch Mini just doesn't make sense. Like, how much smaller can it get? Like a Switch Nano.
I think the point would be to make it cheaper so more people would buy it. Maybe.
It's also possible. Are they playing music now? All right, maybe I do have to close my window. Hold on. Y'all continue. I'll be right back.
So, Logan, what do you think? Switch Mini or Switch Pro?
I'm going to go Switch Mini.
Why is that?
I think like I just said, I think they want something cheaper so more people will buy the Switch. Okay. And to get the younger audience, like the 3DS people, 2DS people.
Much better. They really had Chris Brown playing. Sorry. What were you talking about?
Logan goes Switch Mini. He says he's anti-pro.
Wow. I see the betrayal.
Yep.
That's fine.
No?
I'll take it.
He's on the winning side. That's all.
Cool. Whatever.
What's your next one, Logan? Hit us with it.
Pikmin will be announced for the Nintendo Switch.
Pikmin 1, 2, 3, or 4?
All of the above, just so I get it right. I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
No, I'm gonna go with the remastered one. I don't know which one. One of the remastered. How about the Wii U one? They brought all the other Wii U games. Let's go with Pikmin
Which one
3.
came out on Wii U? 3?
3.
Okay, that was the latest one, right?
Yeah, Pikmin 3 is going to come to Switch. That's my new prediction.
I like how you're modifying these as you say them. I would agree that Pikmin 3 will come to Switch and Pikmin 4 will be announced as in development.
I forgot about Pikmin as a series, to be honest. I never got into any of them. So it's kind of like very back of brain for me. I don't know.
Yeah, well...
my next one would be Metroid Trilogy on the Switch.
That one's a good one.
Metroid Prime Trilogy.
I would be very happy with that.
I would be shocked if this wasn't announced too, because this was rumored for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Well, not 2 years, but it's been rumored forever. But Metroid Prime Trilogy apparently was like ready to go, and then they delayed Prime 4, so everybody was like, okay, never mind, don't, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'd be pretty shocked if this didn't happen as well. I think this will happen, and this will be like one of those summertime releases,
or maybe like September, early September releases. I feel like a lot of good games come out in September. Like, I don't know. I feel like the summer is always dog days of summer when it comes to gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Okay,
fair. That works.
And that wraps up yours, Logan. Right? Or do you have one more?
Nope, that's it.
You had one more. Where'd it go? What
I
was
deleted it because of...
You and him are modifying all your predictions as we sit here.
Because I'm coming up with them because I was busy setting up for the show. I didn't have time to come up with them.
I had xCloud, but I think that would be on Microsoft stage, not on Nintendo's.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
I think that Microsoft's going to be at Nintendo's to announce Ori and the Blind Forest coming to Switch as part of their partnership after the xCloud discussion.
So they're going to have a 3-year-old game come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Yes, Logan, that is exactly what I said.
See,
Logan hates Nintendo, confirmed.
I think Will of the Wisp might, but I don't think the original would.
That game's never coming out. The game's been announced for 10 years.
Will of the Wisp?
Yeah.
It's going to come out this year. Guarantee it.
Why was it in your predictions?
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Fair.
All right, Ahmed, go ahead.
All right. I say, obviously Animal Crossing. I want to say Animal Crossing for holiday. So like late November, early December, whatever, what have you. I think Switch Pro, as we've discussed, I am very into that idea. I would rather have a Switch Pro than a Switch Mini. Mini does nothing for me. I guess I'm very selfish in my predictions. I think an N64 Mini is going to happen. I know it's been confirmed in the past that it won't, but I feel like it'll happen. But like, I don't know. It could happen at E3. Why not?
Wasn't that rumored in the past? And then what happened?
It's always been rumored. And then Reggie said something like that's not in the development pipeline. But guess who's not president in Nintendo anymore? Reggie. So, I don't know. I think it can happen. And then my last one is Spyro on Switch, which, I don't know. I guess maybe this isn't as selfish because I wouldn't buy this on Switch considering I've already beat the first one. I'm halfway through the second one on PS4, so I wouldn't rebuy this one like I rebought Crash. But I think Spyro is a kind of a no-brainer for Switch, especially given the Crash coming to Switch. So,
as someone who has yet to open up Spyro on PS4, I will buy this on the Switch.
And then what do you do with the PS4 one?
I don't know.
Wow. Isn't it like readily available for like $15, $20?
$25 usually, yeah.
Close enough.
N64 Mini won't be announced at E3. That's going to be like a random announcement in the middle of the night, kind of like how all the other ones have been. And literally, the other ones have been like a Super Nintendo Mini announced, and it's like, okay.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, so I like how you snuck in that little. You stole my prediction about Animal Crossing, you bastard.
That was literally typed in before you even typed anything. What are you talking about?
Okay, no, you said December. I've had December for years.
Okay. Sure. Sorry.
He was like, November, December.
I said holiday.
Mm-hmm,
That's vague.
mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
saying otherwise delayed to 2020?
Animal Crossing will be announced, and it's going to come out in December. It's going to take the same place that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 did, where it's kind of teetering on like the edge of the year. And if it doesn't hit December, it's delayed until 2020. I don't think it comes in any earlier than that.
I don't think it comes out this year.
If it doesn't come out this year, it's going to be a February, March timeframe game
If
next
it doesn't
year.
come out this year, what do they have for holiday? Just new hardware?
What?
Pokemon.
Oh yeah, you're
You
right.
got
You're right,
Pokemon,
you're right. I
Luigi's
forgot about
Mansion,
Pokemon.
Luigi's
I'll
Mansion.
Awakening.
kill myself. I'm sorry.
Every
Jesus, I got like attacked. What? Oh my God.
What I could see happening is I could see them announcing Pokemon Let's Go Gen 2. So Pokemon Let's Go, I don't know, Chikorita and Totodile, I don't know.
Chikorita? Oh wait, no, I was thinking of Chiquita
Y'all
bananas.
are
You're right.
fan-
You're right. You're right.
Chiquita bananas.
I was like the banana brand.
All right,
Right.
so I think that the mapped out timeline is going to be Luigi's Mansion in August, Link's Awakening in October, Pokemon in November, and Animal Crossing in December if it happens. Otherwise, 2020. Like I said before, Microsoft's at Nintendo at Nintendo's conference. Whatever, Nintendo Direct, and Switch Mini for the holiday.
what's Microsoft gonna do at Nintendo's conference?
They're going to be like, hello, and then they're going to shake hands, and Phil Spencer's going to be like, we're wicked excited to be here, boys.
We're wicked
And,
excited.
What shirt will he be wearing?
A Mario shirt. I'm going to keep it clean.
Nah, he's gonna be wearing a Yoshi or Baby Mario riding Yoshi shirt. Very specific.
Oh, can we focus on how before Logan was like, so what do you think? Because he was lagging.
It was like in slow motion. Oh, it didn't
Yeah.
come in slow motion for me. It came in and was like chopped up, and then it speeds up really quick, like to catch up. to
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It's like what?
Hey, we have-
you think?
We have breaking news.
Do we have
Oh,
breaking
stop.
news? What happened? What's going
I
on
just sent it. Skype.
on Skype? I can't open the Skype link because Skype's on the
Xbox
stream.
One Elite Custom Controller Neo. What the hell is that?
Is that your Xbox 2.0? Xbox Elite Controller 2.0 happening for real? Did one of your predictions just get confirmed?
200 date September 1st, 2019. Xbox One Elite Custom Controller Neo.
Oh, I see it. There it is on the stream. Wow.
Where did you see that, Logan?
Brad Sams tweeted it.
Oh, the guy
Oh,
that just
really? He's that guy that, was saying that everything was going to get leaked or whatever.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie. If I ran any of these development companies, I'd be shitting my pants right now.
Especially Bandai Namco.
Oh, well,
Their-
yeah.
their
Someone's
developers
going to get fired. Yeah.
Like,
Someone is absolutely getting fired.
that's crazy. That is very, very crazy.
Ooh, that's a big yikes because wait, what? It says maybe could be Elite Design Lab? I don't know about that. That'd be wild.
What does Neo even mean, like, besides Matrix?
I don't know. What does Xbox even mean?
It might be
besides extreme?
me.
Like, I don't know.
It might be neon. You know what this could be, Logan? This could be the regular Elite controller just with custom colors. That'd be a big letdown, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, that would be.
How much is the regular Elite controller again?
150.
That would be insane for it to be $50 more just for custom colors. The difference in price between a stock Xbox One controller and a custom one is like 10, 15. $50 extra for custom colors is bonkers. I can't imagine it's that.
Yeah, I don't know. This is it might be pretty wild. I don't know. Where's Walmart Canada when you need them?
I mean, that isn't the whole Xbox Elite thing. Is it's customizable, so like you can get different things. So I don't know, like there wouldn't be anything left to customize besides the colors. So it would be silly.
Yeah, which is I don't know.
Anyways, is that it? Is that all of our predictions? Is that everything? Covered everything?
Yeah,
No more breaking crazy news while we were streaming.
Yeah, I'm just combing through real quick on Twitter. But yeah, no, I think that's it.
All right. I mean, as far as E3s go, I don't think that this one is going to be super, super exciting, especially considering Sony not being there at all. But I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a few surprises here and there. Remember when Crash Team Racing was announced and I literally like lost my mind? I remember. That was shocking. That was a very exciting time. But anyways.
Oh,
Are you picking
who
that
is
game up?
this?
It comes out soon.
Oh, absolutely. I'm pretty sure I have it on pre-order on Switch. 99% sure. I should probably double check that. But yeah,
What's
no,
this?
I loved Crash Team Racing as a kid. So yeah, very very hyped for that.
Yes, so someone that works on Tekken just tweeted out like a whole bunch of stuff.
Tekken, interesting.
Like mash the keyboard, probably because he works for Bandai Namco and he's afraid that his announcement might get leaked if he has one. So
Did he mash the keyboard? That was his tweet.
It literally did, yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways, so Tekken's happening, I guess.
no,
Absolute
I
hero.
think that all the announcements for Bandai Namco have been leaked, and if anything, they might pull something forward just to have something different, but I don't think they will.
Gotcha.
That's it's unfortunate. People are responding with also mashing the keyboard.
That's
No,
weird.
I'd be nervous because, like, I mean, I don't know. I think that there's still all day tomorrow before Microsoft's announcements,
Yep.
so I think it's
Well, not all day,
scary.
it's like half a day. Microsoft's at like 4 or something.
Microsoft's on Sunday, Ahmed.
Uh,
Am I losing my mind, or am I losing? Yeah, you're right. It is on Sunday. I'm losing my mind. It's hot. I'm tired. I
It's
gotta
time
take
for
a
Ahmed.
shower.
It's time for us to sign off and Ahmed to go shower and sit with the windows open.
Honestly, yes. Fans on blast. How do we end this thing? We've never streamed live before.
Thank you all for joining us for episode 50, the long-awaited episode. One day we'll stream video games as well, but until then, we are streaming live, coming at you. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. We still have our 4 watchers on YouTube, which is actually 2 because I think Ahmed's got it open and I've got it open. So thank you all for joining our live chat here and participating. It's been fun. We'll have to do this more often, but thank you all for joining. It's a very exciting time, E3 2019. Logan, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you,
It's
Logan.
been fun, all of your predictions. So we have a lot of news ahead of us, I'm sure. So we'll be back. Ahmed, are you around next Thursday?
Next, yeah, I come back on Wednesday, so I'll be back
Okay.
for Thursday and Friday. Yeah, so we can regularly record, maybe even live stream again. Who knows? Get crazy.
Who knows? Ahmed, all of a sudden, thank you very much to Ahmed specifically for producing and putting together this show and figuring out the live streaming aspect of it. I sat on Skype last night and fell asleep instead,
He was
so
literally.
I'm a
like, I
useless
heard him
pile of
swear.
trash.
It's fine.
And-
It was actually much easier to set up than I anticipated. There's just a lot of little things that you got to make sure to watch out for. So we're all good.
Just accept the thanks, Ahmed. It's okay.
Thank you.
He's like, it was really not that much, I promise.
You're welcome. Shut up.
Yes. So thank you all for listening, watching, playing along with us here. And until then, let the E3 week officially commence. Until next time, y'all. We'll talk to y'all on Thursday. It's What the Funcast. Signing out. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
God damn it.